oldest shelter on the trail. It's not supposed to be used anymore, but I suspect it has been used. If it was a really bad day, I could see popping in there. And I can see popping in here for lunch on any given day. It's too early right now to do that. Nature unfortunately calls at very inconvenient times. Sorry about that. I had to take a small break. And I thought better about videoing that particular action. Anyhow, I'm in the shelter now because it is also about time to take my pills. It's a little after 9. And now is a clean, relatively clean spot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my pills now. The morning dose. And because I'm trying to get out normally I'm trying to stretch it a little further. Instead of having it in my little cans, because I need these 2 days, I could just put it in the baggies. And that's what I did. Didn't have my little medicine baggies, but these will do. Good. And you gotta get them all out. Otherwise, you're underdosed. Come on. Come on. I have all my pills in a much larger bag. It's about a pound. It's actually over a pound right now because I just got them the other day. And here's my water. And it's dark in here, so I don't know how this is coming out, even if it is coming out. But I'm gonna try. And tell me when I put my water in here, please. Okay, I put my water in here. That would have been a rude surprise. Wouldn't have been the end of the world today. Today is a 10-mile day, roughly. It's a little over 10. And there's supposed to be a water spot around the middle, so I would be able to make it. I have my filter and my equipment with me. Oh, yesterday was a 0 day. That's the day where you don't do any mileage. I did miles, I did stuff, but yeah, it's 9:40, and it's Friday, June 18th. So I figured I'd stay where I am, because if I really pushed hard, could I get to Damascus? Damascus? Probably. However, when I get there, because it's a Friday, 1, the rates go up, and 2, it's hard to get a place because it's crowded. Excuse me, not that Saturday will be much better, but it's 1 day closer to the non-weekend. And I don't want to waste any more time doing zeros. I didn't want to waste the time I did, but I did. Oh, let me get the camera. The other shoes were bothering me too much. I was going to try and push them to Damascus, and I said, no. I got new Ultras. These are the 5.0s. I've heard good and bad. Mostly good. A little bad. But they feel much better than the other shoes. And the salesman, although you always have to take everything a salesman says with a grain of salt, said that the complaints about the sizes not being right may or may not be valid, because they use a different material on top, so it feels different. And that's what the real issue is. So I got my same size. I was also surprised you can buy them on Amazon. Excuse me again. I was up to a point where I could take 2 handfuls, break them into 2 handfuls and do them, but since I've been on the trail, I haven't been able to do that. I don't know why. Anyhow, I can take 2 pills at a time, so it's not a big deal. The Yeah, I looked it up on Google to see if they had them in town. I was hoping. They didn't have them at one place, and the other place they did. So that was good. They have 3 outfitters in Damascus, because I got the shuttle there. And they had them right in stock. I was able to pick them up. But if I had known before that Amazon carried them, I would have just had them dropped off somewhere. I didn't know that. So, anyhow, yeah, I would have had Amazon just ship them to me. Because I know that they're generally, as a matter of fact, we were talking about that a few times at a couple different hostels about, you know, the post office is so fouled up and you can't rely on any deliveries, and get Amazon, the next day it's right there wherever you order it to. It's amazing. So say what you will about Amazon. You know, I do have complaints too, but generally they're shipping. Only once or twice in the last couple of years do we have an issue with the shipping. Most of the time it's spot on. Alright, I'm going to be done with my pills momentarily, and I'm going to shut you off and start getting on the road. In the meantime, this is the size of a small tool shed, I would say. I think that would be accurate. Like a lean-to tool shed. Rabbit, the shuttle driver and hostel owner, told us that it was built in 1920s. So it would be before the official AT was accomplished, which I think was in the 30s. Could be wrong. There is graffiti here that has stood the test of time from 2012 and 2013, and I bet you if you took time and looked around you might even find something older. There's an 11, I don't know what that stands for. Ow. Sorry, my knee was on a rock or a pebble. Whatever it hurt for a second. Traveler. And there's XXXX. 4 X's. Very mean. Alright. That's about it. I don't know whose hat that is. It's not mine. And I'm not taking it. And there's a pen there for anybody who needs to write something. You can have that too. Alright, I have to clean my stuff up and go. Bye-bye. I know from other states I've been in, Vermont and Connecticut, talking with people there, that these were property boundaries. Now these are probably from the 1800s, when actual real people lived here, and they also clear the areas they want to use for farming or whatever, and they pile the stones in a central spot, or they'll make a property boundary. So I imagine that was done in the 1800s sometime. And the stump looks like it's been weathered a lot more than the log itself. They've both been pretty well weathered, but I guess because the stump's more in contact with the ground, and therefore more moisture. It's still Friday. See, whatever, it's in the teens in June. And I'm balking. It's a rather pleasant day today. A few ups, but they're nothing sustained. That were, a little tough, but nothing for a sustained period of time. The original entry on was like 20 minutes, and after that they've been 5s and 10s, which I do slow me down than I do have to work at, but other than that, it's not too bad. I know the end of the day, the last mile or two, it's supposed to be a very nice pasture and mostly downhill, which is why I still brought my umbrella, because I'll be in the beating sun and I don't want to wear a black head garment. As you can see, I have to walk through shiny areas right now, sunlight lit, and I'm trying not to get any more sun, trying not to tolerate any more sun than I have to. So, thinking about it, I said, let me bring the umbrella for the last mile or two. And it'll be a nuisance, but I think it'll be better than wearing this, or at least I'll have the option. I may or may not wear this. Alright, I'll pull you out a little later when there's something else to show you. Bye-bye.